lockup. What is that? It's a weird timing. It's like the CPU clock is, virtual machine is having problems with it. Okay, so just today I noticed sprite interpolate. These arguments seem the wrong order for what I normally do. What I'm tempted to do is this change right here. I'm tempted to do that. That will be a compatibility problem for everybody, but I don't care. It has to be perfect. So, why? First I have to convince myself this is the correct way. So let me talk about the main. Okay. If you say string match is needle and then haystack. So the if you think about a sentence subject, the subject is sort of like the first one. Work with me here. I'm thinking out loud. You know what? I screwed up the other day on mem copy. Needle and then haystack. That's how the searches work. Mem copy is a whole nother animal. Destination source count. There's mem set, which is I guess that's okay. Okay, we're not changing those, but we are going to define sub. This is for a sub name. Okay, that's a little bit. Let me explain what we're talking about. So in a typical situation, you would have an initialize. This is the standard and you say define list load. Now how does this work? It must be name and then list. It has to be okay. So it should be like the. Well, that's a little bit. Yeah, that's consistent. So the name. Why is it ST? Son of a bitch. I don't think that's a good name. Why don't I call that list? Name is consistent with the define. Why don't I call that define name and list? Okay. To make an omelet, you have to break some eggs. By that, I mean we have to make the next version different from what we have. So this seems good. So this is poorly chosen, obviously. What the hell was I thinking? Okay, so let's go through, and there's really not that many these define operations. There's really not that many. So name, we want to change to define name. Is that what we want, or just name? Dname? What do you think? Dname? Name doesn't really sit well with me. I'm thinking dname. but that's kind of, okay. So this loads a single entry define, and this loads a list define. These are kind of like language modules from Ticketmaster, but different. You look them up with the string indirection. It's costly, but modern programming tries to. This is nothing compared to. You should see how inefficient everybody else does. So this is a what I think they call this a dictionary. If you have a lookup. The reason I call it define is because pound define, I try to keep one concept instead of two concepts. That's what I try to do. So, okay, let's go ahead and, I think, you know what we're going to do? Done, I'm done, and I'm on to the next one. Done, on to the next one. You know what we're going to do? Tell you what we're going to do. We are going, let's see. Control F name, and okay, so we have, there's list operations and there's define operation. No, not in this file. Okay, there are, okay, let's just Control F, okay, let's see. Control F name, dname. That's define name. It's not perfect, but it's pretty perfect. Okay, so we redefine the local variable dname. Now we did one, and we're gonna do this one, 2, and 3, 4, you might wonder why there's a header file, and I want to make sure the header stays the same as the, what do you call it? Stump. No, not the stump. I don't know what you call it. Oh, shit. Oh, I got distracted. Now we're down to needles and haystacks. There's not a name there. Define list name. I think, is that a D name? Yeah, that's a D name, isn't it? Okay. It's important. Define list D name. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, Control F. Okay. I lost track of how many, but we'll get them all. So, none of the rest of these have D names. Okay, so done, I'm done, and I'm on to the next one. Okay, now we go to, we could go to the header a different way. Okay, name, pow, oh shit. What am I doing? Name. Let's look for define. Okay, you know what we can do? As a matter of fact, we can do these. It's dangerous operating in this mode because everything is hidden. However, I know what I'm doing. So I wanted to count the number. What about that undefined one? Is that not defined? If there's no header. Okay, so how can I verify that I got them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. Okay. Escape, escape. Now we go to define. Rename. What do we got? 1, 2. There's the one we missed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So the undefined, define. Okay. I think that's not external. Of course it doesn't have a header. Define. Okay. No header. Okay, so the other issue is there are actually multiple header locations. We go to externs. Oh, look at this shit. I told you. So all of them start with the word define, don't they? Dname. You know, there's absolutely no penalty if nothing would break, but it's just, obviously I want these consistent. I thought about making what if we modified the compiler so you didn't need headers? That would be kind of cool, but that's not going to happen. Okay, did I get them all? I do believe so. So there's externs there, there's externs here. There are other externs in the operating system, but the way we operate, they would not have kernel defines. So I think I got them all. It always makes me nervous though, because it's so easy for me to miss one. Anyway, so define name. Now we're only just beginning. Now we have to change those strings. Okay, define list. What would be a good name? You know what the most important thing in programming is? Naming. That's not far from the truth. Anybody who can name it well probably can program well. Anyway, so some people think long is good. It's not. Okay, that's the defined name, and that's the string. What are we going to call that? This should be the list. Let's hit F1 and look at. We don't have lists. We have string. Char operator. Char. So these have defines as a subcategory in here, I do believe. There's lists. Where's define? Yeah, we put defines in the. Oh, there's one we didn't even. What a nightmare. We have to get this. Hash define list address. Okay, hash define list address. Hash define add. Hash define list add, not address. Dname. Okay. Let's find hash. You see, this is not so easy. Making sure that we get them all. Hash define list address. Dname. I don't think we have any more. Escape. Okay, so hash define. So I just did this one. Hash define list. Oh, I have to. Okay, that's not going to compile unless I do that. Okay. Escape. mash define. That is what that is, isn't it? Of course it is, yeah. Okay. Define. What is this? Okay. Now we go check out lists. Lists use the word LST, I do believe. LST. Okay. And so we want to change load to say LST. Match. That's a D name. Okay. Let's don't dawdle. Don't dawdle. I dawdle way too much. Okay. So let's do it. Okay, so that's a sub. You want to say sub num? No, that's op. That's what it is. Just match. Okay, well this is the only one. LST. Now we say Control F. String LST. Rename local variable. Pow. Now we go Control Alt T. Go find list load, and this is going to give us our header. There's only one other place. It could be two places. So we change this LST, and let's check about. Let's go check kernel extern define mash define sub. Okay, there's not a defined list load. Okay, Control Alt T. So list. What else were we going to? Oh, shite. This is a stale, outdated. Okay. Define list. This has to be perfect. God's temple must be perfect. This is what I could be spending the rest of my life doing. That's kind of funny. Okay. So, define list load. So, the, in this case, the D name seems to go first. That, except for there, but that's how we, it makes sense to me. Okay, so the sprite interpolate bothers me. It's going to bother me until I change it. So what the hell? You only live once. Are you sure that you want to change it? I think I really do want to change it. Are you sure? It causes needless suffering, although I don't think anybody has written any programs. First of all, let's see if... Oh, I made a mistake. Can't believe it. List. Oh shit, there is a list. Oh, I fucked that up. Define list load. You know what we do? We go to the backup D drive, kernel, define list load. Take this out, Control insert quick, and we Okay. And that was not, that was good. Control F, name, dname. Wow. Now we change, there's a list. I think we want that to be, what is that anyway? Is that, we have a policy, sublist, malloc. Okay, so why are we saving the original? Because it would be confusing. Yeah, that one. Yeah, we don't. ST, let's see, ST, mem copy, the data. Did you know that the @ symbol is alias? I got that from Ticketmaster. So what are we doing here? We're loading a list. Why are we checking the @ ? I don't know why we're doing that. Oh, we make a numeric index. Okay. My first iteration was really inefficient. This makes a numeric index. List is not a good name for this. It's not a list. List should be reserved for those string things. So we should not call this a list. We should call this an index. Okay. Do we use these anywhere else? I don't think so. It hurts my head. You have to know the entire thing. Okay, so change list to, now we have something new. This is not really an abbreviation. This is just a variable. I have, okay, what I mean is I have external, well anyway, I have a glossary where I put every single abbreviation, but if it's just a variable, that's not an abbreviation that we put in the list. Okay, so index. Now we change string to list. Naming is the most important skill. Godfather is watching. Okay. Grooming standards. Okay, sublist. Okay, rename. Sublist. Uh-oh. I lied. This is kind of external. Okay. It's not very external. It's close enough. What the hell? Let's make that an official abbreviation. Although I don't really want to. Let's do it anyway. Okay. So did we get, oops, Control F, define list load. This is LST, yeah, that's correct. Okay, now we go to documentation, glossary, abbreviations. The official abbreviation for an index. What if we use index somewhere else? We should abbreviate it. Control. If you abbreviate it once, abbreviate it everywhere. Okay. That's kind of a... not very fond of that abbreviation, but Control S. Quit. Let's see about index. Should we abbreviate? Holy shit. What the? Okay. No, we don't abbreviate. Oh, how can we, let's just, oh, there are some of these things in here. So, what a dilemma. I don't feel good about this abbreviation. It's not that good of a, but I like consistency. Consistency is next to godliness. And I make a big effort for consistency. The keyword we're not changing. Oh, there's an index. Look at that. What is that in parser? Okay. What the hell? Let's just let these rip. Okay. So we rename free index. Free IDX. It's a pretty obvious abbreviation. What else would it be? I think it's obvious. Okay, free index. We're going to rename arrow index into arrow IDX. So this is ignore or don't ignore case, and we want a oh, that's minus L. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh, fine. Whoa, I'm tripping. Sometimes I forget. That's kind of funny. Okay. Bam. Okay, cur index. Oh, we gotta fix that too, don't we? Rename. Cur. Although that's kind of I'm not gonna change the keyword, but this I'm changing. It makes sense to me. Shut up. It makes sense to me. It's my operating system. It's God's operating system. Okay, so you know what we do now? Now we go into, I like to make, this is kind of silly because nobody has, I usually only do things that influence people. If it's something that doesn't affect anybody, I don't even put it in my change list. But these I put in there. So far, nobody's been affected. I'm just saying. Okay, so where were? Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, of course, we got the. What an idiot! What an idiot! Okay, hash entry index. What other ones we got? We want the entire word together. Oh, we got other ones. Oh, what an idiot. Never mind. I'm just... Whole label. Let's find these fuckers. Okay, so this would have been hit if it, even if it wasn't intended. Okay, escape. What about that cur help? I think not full label. Cur help. Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, of course. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Hash index. We have more of them with indexes. So that should be in the file we were editing a minute ago. But I looked for index. What the hell? There's no more. These are who entries, okay. So this is a class that I was unaware of. See who. Okay. Oh, I know what those are. Okay, sort of. Okay. Reboot. Okay. There's a cur index. Okay, cur index. That's another one we can change. Cur index. We're going to do that globally. Okay, this looks like a big issue. It's in the who. Okay, so reboot cur index. Let's go to 2. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel very good, but we abbreviate everything else. IDX. It's abbreviation remorse. Index. IDX. No. Okay. Replace. Skip. Replace. Oh, index length. Okay. Index. Last index. We're getting a shitload. Okay. Let's just do all. No. So one of my mentors said not to abbreviate. This is not my finest hour. Skip. Okay, escape, reboot, done, I'm done, I'm on to the next one. Okay, so, well, let's put some work in. Index. Okay, we're going to look for any outliers. Technically, I change it in the text that are in the when I do an abbreviation, I do it in all the documentation as well. Oh, there's some. What do we got here? We got index. Okay, Control F, index, IDX, replace. I think I'm just going to let it rip. Now we have to change this in the headers. Okay, all. Escape. I think there's... What about the hash, the who's? What about the who's? Are there any... no, those don't have... The who's don't have headers, because that was in the Atom directory that doesn't have headers. So the data type, Q vector, Q so forth and other. Okay, so we go to kernel, we go to, let's just change all the indexes. Oh, is it only index? Yeah. Let's change all the indexes alone. Whole label. IDX. Replace. Oh, you idiot. Okay, well. Replace. Whole label. Okay. Q vector. Replace. Okay, that's it. So you always work from bottom to top, otherwise the line numbers will shift around as you modify. If you work from bottom to top, then the line numbers the links are based on line numbers, and if you work from bottom to top, then you're okay. Now, did I nuke any of these by accident? No, I rigged the find and replace not to do those. Just in the past couple months I did that. These are the books for random words, and here's some outdated code. What about capital index? I guess I should do that. Looks like it's a one-off, doesn't it? Okay. This is okay. This is kind of it's kind of crappy. I don't know what the hell. Consistency is next to godliness. And should I do all my documentation? I can't quite bring myself to do that. It saves bytes on uploading to the website and downloading to the website and writing to disk. For the next 1,000 years, it's going to save bytes if we abbreviate that. So, hits on index.html. Okay. No, we don't want to change that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh no, do we have to change that? VGAP index. I don't want to change that help index. That doesn't make me feel good. Okay, Control. Okay. This is not my favorite abbreviation. Oops. Pow. So it saves bytes for the next 1,000 years. We have limited screen real estate, and so shorter names are important. You have to use what your advantage is. Otherwise, you're stupid. Okay. VGAP index. Fireframe index. Wenceslas. Oh, if that's the fire. Okay. Control T. Rename frame index frame IDX minus I minus L. Okay. Local index. Well, we could want to save some bytes. No, I don't feel like doing those. We don't do help index. What do we have here? We have help index. Debt index. Okay. Oh, shit. Credit index, debt index, description index. Rename. Credit. Didn't know what I was getting. Didn't know what I was getting in for. Rename debit index. Credit index, debit index. What was the other one? String index, description index. Rename description index. Description index. Okay. And what do we have here? Description. Help index. Yeah, one mentor said not to abbreviate. Well, he's never used 640 by 480. This is, real estate is important. And plus, I use, at Ticketmaster they had all capital, and you couldn't tell where one word began and another ended. And the way I do it, I always indicate where the word starts and stops, so it's a little better. Plus, I forgot about compile time. I'm saving for the next 1,000 years. But you know what we don't worry about? The funny thing is that, oh shit. Whoa. Okay, so that has to be changed in. I assume. I don't remember changing that. Escape. Okay. Didn't I just tell you that? Okay. Control F, min, index. Another one. F3, okay. Okay, we haven't compiled all the code. Technically, we should run the test suite, and that will pretty much compile the rest of the code. We were busy, though. We were... I like to keep my to-do list for temporary... I get sidetracked. We were worried about string lists. Okay, so the string list. Did we get them all? We look under char. And we were going to change sprite interpolate. So let's see. For the next, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be renaming little tiny variables and annoying people. Talking to God. Okay, so where do we have? Oh, you know what I'm going to work on is the... recently I overhauled the compiler. It needs to be looked at again for opportunities. Okay, list, string, define, pick, define sub. Prompt for define list entry and pop-up. Okay, that is, no, that's not a, that's a name. That's what that should be. Okay, this does not have a header. That's a D name. Did you know that? Okay, let's just change that. Jesus Christ. D name. Okay, let's look for define. Define sub, define stub, define, okay. That makes sense. A list is, there's, defines are string indirection, and there are two types of defines. There's a single entry define, and then there's a list define. And if you don't have a string indirection, you can have a list by itself. A list is simply a bunch of \0 separated words with @ as a alias operator. Okay, so I think I got all the headers. Define list, load list, dname. Okay, let's just do that. You know what? I'm worried about the sprite interpolate because it's normal for the sprite to go on the end. Not always. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. Oh well, let's just do it. I'm gonna do it. Find sprite interp. Good enough. Okay, so I have to do this by hand. I have to rotate the argument. Okay, blog doesn't matter. Blog doesn't matter. I could modify the blog. Nah. Okay. Downloads. What is downloads? Oh, that's the old code. Or the, okay. You only live once. I'm going to put this. Be very, very careful because we are not going to compile this and test it. Are we? Somebody, oh yeah, oh, these are my songs. Okay. We are not going to compile and test. We're not doing. Okay. Be very careful. How about that? No typos. Okay, get the comma. I feel like I should test. We're going to run the test suite. But that does not exercise all my songs. These are the songs. The songs are probably the number one. TT, comma. Am I right? I think this is, for consistency, this, let's get the committee. Of course I'm right. I don't think I want a committee. I think I would. The committee, I think the committee would never agree to abbreviations. But if you knew about screen real estate, plus when you're operating on a small, you have to use the things, you have to play to, if you have an advantage, you have to use that advantage. And mine is a small scale. And if you have a small scale, you can use shorter labels. You have to, because that's your advantage. If you don't, you're not doing it right. Okay. Like if you had light tanks instead of heavy tanks, then you should make them move around fast. If you tried to use light tanks like they were heavy tanks, that's not what you want to do. If you have no customers, shut up, bird. Uh-oh. What? Wait a minute. What the hell just happened? My auto indent is ruined. Oh. Wow. I almost made a mistake with a comma. I almost made a mistake with a comma. Okay, what is this file? This is coach. Okay, it's going to get tested. Okay, let's see. Almost made a mistake with the comma. Okay, that's not too bad. That wasn't so bad, was it? So we haven't gotten to the, wait a minute. Let's go. There could be some, it's possible some people are going to be angry. I don't care. I was going to say, if you don't have any customers, then change shit just for fun, because you don't have any customers. you have heavy tanks, then if you have light tanks, then you don't use them like heavy tanks. You have to use your advantage. The CIA gives me no customers, and so we change stuff for fun. Just to giggle. I change stuff. I've been known to change it back. As a matter of fact, that happened recently with my switch statement. I changed it, 4 people downloaded it, and then I changed it different. Who is that? Okay. God's temple has to be perfect, and no matter what, we change it. But when we do a final release, okay. So let's go test Coach. That's the most risky one. Oh, well, we're not off to a good start. 65. I thought there was no way I was going to make a mistake. I was joking. I'm not going to make a mistake. So all that shit is I missed a parenthesis somewhere. You gotta, it's probably just like the upper instance, but lower. Okay. So the upper instance of this. Damn. I had confidence, and I was wrong. Okay, oh, we got... Let's just test it. Oh, shit. Oh, we got an extra parenthesis. It's not looking good, folks. So we have an extra parenthesis. That's like having parts left over when you do an engine. Okay, what do we got here? Battery runner. Okay. Well, what if it's, why isn't it just like it is up there? Okay. I guess we're good to go. My quality testing is... There's not a big penalty. If some application has a bug, it's not the end of the world. But I used to put flashing notices on important. spread into a blank. I don't care. I don't have any customers. Because I'm in prison. And if I'm in prison and I don't have any customers, oh shit. What do we got? 15. What is this? What is this? What is this? Rawhide has a bug. Damn, I can't believe I made bugs. I thought I was confident I didn't make any bugs. And I made bunches. Okay, what about the only code we have not tested is all the songs, and we should see if they compile. Okay, what Rawhide? Oh, this is an index problem. Rawhide. Let's look for index. Control F, index. IDX F3. Okay, escape F5. Okay, index, that works. Okay, so we bail out, and let's I think we have to reboot. Yeah, start over. So I did not test all my. I have. What if I made a script for test compiling? What if I did the songs? What if I made a... That's what we can do today. Let's test all my songs with the song compiler. Okay, so all these songs have to be tested. All these songs have to be tested. We're going to make a little utility. So we go to, we have a jukebox utility. There's a miscellaneous jukebox, juke song puppet. Where is that? Juke song. There it is. Okay, so we are going to, we go to our downloads, utils. We'll call this edit compile check. Compile check. Okay, so this compile check songs directory, I think we do in fact want that. Passes to, no. Start song, okay. Start song, end song, no, we don't want that. Okay. Why don't we make the compile check? Okay, there's a code tool. Why don't we make compile check? There's a problem. Check compile. Hey, that's not abbreviated. Okay, never mind. That one already. As a matter of fact, maybe we should make this into a function. Okay, so that, do I have check disk? CHK DSK. I have a naming standard. EF check compile. Okay, rename EF check compile. This should be, I'm not kidding, compile. What about disk check? Should it be disk check instead of compile or check disk? Okay. Compile check. Okay, so now I could make this a function. Okay, that is if it's a project file. If it's not a project file, execute file, exe file. Okay, there already is a are we get result? Okay, the execute file has, okay, there is a compile check. Execute file. Okay, we already have a compile check. It's called execute file true. So you don't understand what I'm talking about. So let's go to downloads, utils. What? Oh, quit. Okay. Compile check songs. Okay, if you hit F1 and go to compiler routines, execute file, just in time compile and execute a file. The true means just load, don't execute. And it gives errors. We get an error count, I hope. I think we want 0. Okay, so exe file. So change to the directory, do a file find. I don't think we want to do it that way. I think we want, let's just do this normally. This is not helping. This is not helping. You know what we're going to do? We're going to nuke this, and we are going to look for a standard utility. Which is one? Double space scan. Okay. For example, no, that's not a good one. Okay, so Control Shift F1, zip rep. How about that? I just want to traverse the. Okay. Okay. So we are gonna make compile check songs. File find mask. Should we do the default? Yeah, we should. Home. That's. You know what? That's actually wrong on the what we just did. Well, home downloads. Psalmody. Just text, not graphics. Okay. And if you flags. Okay, so flatten and source code. Okay, is that what we want? We could do just in time. Plus recursive. Yeah, we do want recursive. Okay, we don't need this arc. We got a lot of extra shit in here. Sort buffer. No, we don't need that. I just wanted to save myself the trouble of traverse. I wanted anyway. Read file. Okay. Get file. True. If. Okay. Okay. Here, sort. Free, delete, tree. Okay. So by the time you trim it, not much is left. Okay. So okay. So do it. What are you waiting for? Let's just do it. Okay, so you want error? You want to print an error? Print PR partition. Print error. Format, blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't really do this. I do links. That's what we do. So escape out of there. Let's go to convert. If I have an error in one of these, double space scan, I print a link, print file link. Quit. So convert check. Print file link. Full name, line number. Oh, well, we're going to go to line number 1. Why? Is that a default? Of course it is. Of course, line 0. Okay, it's 0 based. That's kind of weird. You know why that's weird? It's just weird. I should check that. It has to be perfect. Okay, so let's see if this, pow, holy shit. So these are errors. Or is that all the songs? Doesn't look like all the songs. Maybe it is. How many we got here? 128. That looks like all the songs. Okay. Oh, that means they all worked. Error. So this is a true. This is a Boolean. It looks just in. What the fudge? Okay, so we put S. Just load. Put S2. I thought it was errors. Result equals 0. No, it's a Boolean, but why is it integer? That could just be bad, kind of. Result. exe command line. Okay, exe command line. Execute command line. Let's see about the result. I'm just curious what it is. Oh, it's the error count. Return true, false result. Oh, if it's just load, then it's the error count. False. Why don't you make it the other way around if an error? Because, never mind. Okay. So, let's just do it. Pow, we got no errors. Now let's go put an error on there and see if we detect it. So we go to psalmd. Silver. put some crap. Escape. And we go to downloads, utils, check compile F5, and we got an error in silver. Okay, so F5. Okay, so that successfully checks that. Now let's do okay, Control D. So in theory, we just want to test to see if all these compile. How can I automate this? What if, oh, you know what I can do? Why don't you just do the entire code? Because, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Okay, so compile check downloads. Compile check downloads, and we do downloads recursive. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. And we want, this is source code. Let's just do it. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, as long as we're doing some crazy shit, I hope it doesn't execute anything. Dining stars, that should run. Invalid best score. Oh, that's no longer in the registry. Oh, it's because, anyway, there's a good reason that didn't work. Okay. Okay, that's okay. So Dining Stars works. IDE, file sys, USB. Don't worry, that's nothing. TOS config distro config. What is that? That's just scrap code, isn't it? What is it? Distro. Oh. This is my old file, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay, B17. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, why didn't it gave an error? What did it? It gave unused var. Is that what caused it? It's a warning. Oh well, that makes me happy. Unused var task. Drop bomb. Okay. Now, beat freak. Okay, the HD audio examples. I know about that. Convert compare. It can convert compare. Okay. These are just warnings. No invalid L value. Read. Okay, it's looking for. I know what's going on. Okay. Nothing can be done about that. Okay, so now B17 is no longer giving a link because we fixed it. Okay. We are looking good, folks. So we have full code coverage. I have no syntax errors. Okay. So we are good to go. We could look for index, see if there's any more. I could change some of the, you might think it's weird that my user documentation would also be abbreviated. I kind of lost enthusiasm. Okay, so, oh shit, why is it a little tiny? Why is it a little tiny me? Mini me. That's weird. Oh well. Did you watch me? Was it working? Let's go see the we are now making a distribution. That's weird. Oh well. Did you watch me? Was it working? The list of variable names is in the glossary in the documentation directory. He's got the TempleOS icon. That's funny. The TempleOS icon, that's funny. I used MATLAB in school. So we're waiting for, we're regenerating the website, and anyway. Oh, what if it has an error? No, no errors. The regeneration process is like 5 times faster with VMware than it is with QEMU. It's even faster than it's faster. The hard disk is actually faster than it should be, or than it is native. QEMU QEMU makes the in-out instructions are supposed to go at a certain speed, and I think it makes them go faster. Because I don't think it's supposed to be that fast. I'm glad, obviously. Anyway, I was going to ask Intel to speed up the in-out instructions. The in-out instructions are supposed to be like 4 megahertz or something. And if we ever run native, we want a way to get those faster. Anyway, so what else? The hardest part is figuring out what to do. Doing it is a lot of people say, you know, why haven't you been working on it? Well, you have to be a manager. Oh, there's oh, I know what I was going to do. Okay, so in the compiler directory, I just overhauled all the back end. Now there might be some optimizations to make. So I changed the register allocation. So I might have to go through all this code. In other words, it might not be perfect because the changes created new opportunities. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So one of the things I did is I'm using the R8 variable. It's possible we might be able to, we use our AX, BX, CX, and DX as temporaries, or that we can clobber. And just recently I sort of added R8 into that group. And if I tried, I could so I was using 4 registers as clobber all the time. Now I'm using 5 as clobber all the time. If I was careful, I might be able to use RBX in all the places where it uses RAX or R8. In other words, I might be able to optimize from 5 registers down to 4 registers. There's only one place. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just full of shit. In the move, it uses the RBX. RBX is the least utilized of the what do you want to call them? Temporaries. When you use a stack, it uses RBX. That's a new usage. I don't think RBX is used very much. It's used quite a bit. RBX. Well, that's not what I wanted. Find directory. Reg RBX. Reg gig. Okay. So that's actually probably not that many times. So if I wanted to try for perfect. I could try to use one less register. That doesn't look like fun. So the latest change, I started using R8, and I wasn't using it before in this. So you know, it would be a lot faster if I started using register arguments like the standard for a lot of people like to tell me there's a standard for x86 64. There's a for functions, there's a standard for passing arguments in registers. Some people think it's that I must be using it, but I tell them, no, I assure you, I'm not using the standard. It's kind of funny, people say, well, that's what it's using. No, I assure you, I'm not using that. But I assume that's what they worked out for best performance. I'm kind of, there's a certain, there's an appeal to pushing all the arguments, like an old school. Oh, what was I doing? I was just doing a demonstration. So there's I like, oh, what the hell? Oh, I didn't do that. So I like, so the argument is on the stack, and they passed the first couple arguments in registers. I think for our purposes, it's better to. We're not going to win any awards for performance, so we might as well win awards for something, and that something is we're going to win awards for simplicity and something like that. So anyway, we're not going to win awards for performance. We shouldn't. Well, anyway, I don't think I'm going to do. Maybe we can have a committee or something, but I'm not planning on doing register arguments to functions. We can look up on the internet. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I don't want to do that. I'm going onto my website and I'm going to make my latest version live. Right now it's been uploaded in a temporary, it's not live. So do this. That's the right now. Anyway, Okay. Now it's live. I like to check the date time to make sure that's after, and that's okay. So it's good. So we went live. One of these days I need to make this perfect. So I eliminated a lot of code, and that probably created some opportunities for some optimizations. So one of these days I need to go through with a fine-tooth comb and look for new optimizations in the compiler. I thought it was easy.